Okay, shalom, shalom. Kwam Yasha'Allah, Koholoimla, Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushai, Bahashim, Kahakudash. Double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well, and that by the Spirit taught us this beautiful truth. And just want to say the water toward the H.I.M and Akwaf that's out here sincerely keeping the laws, the statutes and commandments of Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai to the best of their ability. This is Shachan on the Waf. It's coming at you with another quick lesson, praying that it's edifying by the Spirit. And this is the spirit of defeated Jake right here. Not sure if he's a Gadite or I'm thinking he's a Gadite though, but Northern Kingdom either way. And as you can see on his chest, his name is actually Braveheart, U.S. Army, and soldier gets okay to grow long hair. Right? So this shows you how conquered we are as a people, where you would join your enemy to go and steal more shit, more resources, more lands, go and oppress more people. You're oppressed as hell. Your people are oppressed as hell in this place, and you going to join this man's military. Anyway, let me grab a quick scripture before we get into this. Ridiculous, bro. But hey, it says Gad is a troop. Let me see. Matter of fact, let's grab that first. Yep, Genesis 49:19. Gad, a troop shall overcome him, but he shall overcome at the last. So Gad is going to come back up. Northern Kingdom, all of us are going to come back up. But Gad, it says Gad, a troop shall overcome, but he shall overcome at the last. So this Braveheart guy, he's either going to be destroyed fighting with his enemies, or he's going to come out of that shit and he's going to be one of those ones that'll overcome at the last. Either way, this is prophetic, Salakia. It's prophetic, man. But I wanted to get this one though. Proverbs 3:31. Stay out of this man's military, because this man is getting, he's going further and further into this World War III, and you don't want to have no parts of what's about to happen in that shit. You so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, let these so-called white people go fight for what they stole, man. Why would you join this man's military? Proverbs 3:31. Envy thou not the oppressor, and choose none of his ways, man. You're not supposed to choose any of this man's ways. Matter of fact, the scripture talks about how our people are sottish as hell. Stupid, man. Yep, Jeremiah 4:22. For my people are foolish. They have not known me. They are sottish children, and they have none understanding. They are wise to do evil, but to do good they have no knowledge, man. Sottish, man. Real damn stupid. You fighting to grow some long ass hair, which the scriptures talks about it. It's a shame for a man to have long hair, because if he was to get into a hand-on-hand combat, you know, with someone, first thing they're gonna go for is his hair. He's gonna lose that fight, whether it's a small person or a big person. November 1st, 2024, Native American specialist Moses Braveheart, and that's something, of the South Dakota Army National Guard's 235th Military Police Company is growing his hair long after receiving an exception to the policy. Here you go, you going to join the so-called white man that's tortured and terrorized your ass. You don't even know your culture because of these people. Braveheart is a member of the Oglala Sioux tribe and grew up in the Pine Ridge Reservation. You grew up on one of these reservations and joined this man's army? Boy, he cut his hair to join the North Dakota National Guard in 2020 and transferred to the SDNG in April 2024. I knew I wanted to go into law enforcement and the military, and at the time thought, well, I can only do that with short hair, and that's how I got to be, said Braveheart. People, man. Well, we'll see how that turns out for you, buddy. When he joined, he didn't know there was such a thing as religious accommodation, and he accepted that the standards were set and there was nothing to do about it. And he's really fighting for some idolatrous shit anyway, because the so-called Native American Indians, man, they worship a lot of wicked shit, man. You know, and they were some of the worst ones when it came to the kings of Israel. He says, I cut my hair knowing it was going to be for a good reason, for a career. So I made the sacrifice because I knew that if I kept it long, I wouldn't be able to join. Well, the reason why you should be cutting is just simply because the Lord, it's scriptural to, it's a shame for a man to have long hair. You have some camps, they teach that, well, as long as your hair is not in a woman's style, you can have long hair, and that's not true. Only way that your hair is to be grown, is if you make a Nazarite vow, and that's the only way. And then at a certain point, at that point, once that vow is up, you cut it. That it wasn't a thing of us just running around with long hair. That's really a part of Greek customs. 1 Corinthians 11:14. Do not even nature itself teach you that if a man have long hair, it is a shame unto him? So it's a shame to have long hair. And you got Jake, I be seeing Jake, man. They be throwing that shit around like women. It's real effeminate. It comes with an effeminate spirit. Shit hanging all down their back. I'm telling you, if you get into a fight, you can get into a fight with a young kid, man, and they get a hold to your hair, it's going to be a problem for you. It's not a, a warrior type hookup, man. You don't want to have no long hair getting into no scraps on the block, man. All right, but it says within the Lakota culture, long hair is an extension of the spirit, typically only cut for grief and lost purposes. And see, they have some of those cultures. See, they don't know why they actually grow long hair to a certain extent, because you do it, under the like how Samson was, you know what I'm saying? Or if you have that Nazarite vow, then yeah, you have to go along with it. So they have some of those Israelite old customs within their, their culture, and they don't even know. They don't even know where originally these things come from. Okay, but it says within the Lakota culture, long hair is an extension of the spirit, typically only cut for grief and lost purposes, where it's then buried or burnt. Apart from those circumstances, their hair is grown and kept neat, representing strength, connection to ancestors, memories, and joy. One person that really helped me a lot was Captain Johnson. He was really excited about it and wanted to help me push it forward. Said Braveheart, I just gathered up whatever I could and gave it to him, and he just put all the pieces together. Anyway, they made an exception because you got these what's those sync what's those guys, I can't think of their name. They're in the army with those head wraps on. The Sync religion, I think it is. I'm trying to think what nationality of people those are. I think there might be Elam, could be Elamites. But they allow them, to wear their beards and those those head wraps, those their head guard in the military, and police as well. If they're like a part of the police departments and stuff like that. So they really have no problems blending in and wearing their what they call traditional garb. But this shit is just it's actually shameful for this man to even want to even. But that's how, I guess, shit trying to get off them damn reservations, because them reservations is nasty, bro. That's a nasty work that Esau done to the so-called Native American Indians, man. They done a real nasty work to them on them reservations, because you think that they will have all that they need, and they really don't. They trying to get a hold to that fire water, or when I was in Canada, they was drinking like damn shampoo. Anything that had a little bit of content of alcohol in it, they was trying to get it, man, because they was that addicted to the alcohol. Got drug problems and shit. I used to, I was over there, and Native American women. I mean, it was wild, man. That was before I came into this truth, and that was my first time seeing how they kind of were. And Esau was dogging them out over there. They treat them real nasty over in Canada. Real nasty. They're no different here, but they treat them, white people, so-called white people over there, they treat them people really, really dirty, man. But anyway, just a quick little lesson I wanted to touch on this, man. Yeah, you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, man, y'all better leave this man's military alone. And you go into the comment boards, these people are actually talking shit about him wanting to even do that. They can't even appreciate that he would even fight for this piece of shit ass country that they stole. See, this fucking military has lost all their standards. I was infantry for 13 years before a traumatic brain injury forced me out. Well, good for your ass if you a damn Edomite. Says you couldn't pay me enough to join this woke, trans-loving, blatant disrespect for all standards, zero backbone military anymore. Wish it was like it was back in the early 80s. Yeah, I'm sure you do wish that. But guess what? You know the reason why your military is falling like that? Because it's time for your rule to fall. That's all that it is. He doesn't understand that the Lord has your clock has started, buddy. Let me get at second address 6 and 9. Yeah, your clock has started. Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. That's the reason why you got all this shit going on. You're a wicked ass people, and the fruition of all your wickedness has bubbled up and come to the forefront. Where you think all the alphabet shit come from? It comes from you guys. Where do you think all this wokeism come from? It comes from you guys. Your race of people. You might say individually, well, I don't have nothing to do with it, but it doesn't make no difference. Your race of people are in power. You are the wicked that the Bible speaks of, and it just is what it is, man. And matter of fact, the Lord created Esau to do exactly what he's doing. This place is about to fall, and it just is what it is, because World War III is on the table more and more these days. Proverbs 16:4, the Lord hath made all things for himself, yea, even the wicked for the day of evil. He created you, you wicked ass people, for exactly what you're doing right now. This person says your brain damage is quite apparent. I mean, what a coincidence, because I wouldn't want you to wear the uniform either. Yeah, man. It says, oh, brother, the code talkers didn't need long hair. They made history. So why did you even need the code talkers? If you're familiar with this history, they're helping their damn enemies to fight wars. Why did you need code talkers? Why didn't you just win that fucking war on your own? This person says, as a Navajo myself, I served 20 years in the Marine Corps. What happened to uniform regulations? So now, see, this is why Esau gonna whoop y'all asses in the end here. But you're gonna come back up. But you're gonna get a real terrible awakening, man. This is why 2/3 of our people must be destroyed, because they're gonna be fighting against the Lord. They're gonna be fighting against their own Lord, man. This person says, geez, now the Indians are screaming about natural hair. Here's a thought. Don't join the military and take a job if you cannot follow the rules of the military. See, this is how they feel. Guess what? People don't even want to join your fucking military. What about that? What about the so-called white man? Matter of fact, it was an article just yesterday or the day before where they've gotten rid of 51 restrictions so they can try and get some of you fat, lazy motherfuckers to get off your couch and come and join the military. But this guy can't grow some hair. Literally, man. I just seen that story, man. They literally have dropped all standards. You can be fat. You can be obese. You can have breathing problems. You can have heart problems. You can, you know what I'm saying? You can be stupid as hell. You can be have an arm missing, club foot. You know, you can be just as long as you're breathing. Come join our military so we can make our numbers look right. Nobody's joining your military. You so-called white people not getting up off your couch and going there and listening to no damn military. Get the hell out of here. You lucky this guy's even there, which he's stupid as hell for it if you ask me. But I mean, it is what it is. I can remember my grandmother. She wasn't having that shit. It was 2 rules my grandmother had, and she was strong and adamant about those 2 rules. She was adamant about us not bringing no Edomite women to her house. Don't bring no damn white women to my house. Oh, matter of fact, she said, I forgot about the 3rd rule. No ready-made families. Don't come to the house with no chick with no damn kids. And her number 1 rule was don't join this so-called white man's military. Now remember that shit. To this day, she was real strong about that. She's like, if you do, don't come back to my house. Straight the fuck up. But let me see. This one right here, look. The Navy's top ballistic missile interceptor comes with a heavy price tag, but the U.S. can afford to go to war without it. Why they can't afford to go to war without it? Because they know that these other nations have shit too, and that's that scripture that talks about let me see. I don't want to butcher it. Can't stand these fucking people, man. Can't wait till this shit is but we're witnessing the fall of these people. So, all praises to Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. Isaiah 14:10. All they shall speak and say unto thee, art thou also become weak as we? Art thou become like unto us? Here you go, you got North Korea over here busting off ICBMs, intercontinental ballistic missiles on y'all asses. He's just shooting them off, just testing them right in y'all damn face. Shooting them over Japan. He's just out there testing them right in your damn face, and y'all not doing shit about it. So of course you're gonna need some new military might. And again, like I said, man, nobody's trying to join the military. I don't even think I still got that story in here. I'm not even sure if I went off into it in my history, but I remembered it because they had gotten rid of 30 or so restrictions. 30 things that, okay, all right, let's get rid of these things. We can get men to join. Then they had to up that. They went to I seen the story I think it was yesterday. They went up to 51 things that they used to keep you out of the military. They like, I'll scrap all that. We fuck it. Y'all just come sign up. We need men and women. And they're still not getting the recruits like how they want to get the recruits. So guess what they're gonna do now? They're gonna start drafting y'all asses. And you running out here voting for Kamala. Kamala for sure gonna put a draft out for you Negroes, you Hispanics, you Native Americans, and you black women too, because they talk about even grasping y'all asses up. All that equality. Oh, I want to be equal. Yep. Now they got your ass in a fix where now they can draft your ass. Who gonna take care of my babies? Leave them with grandma. God damn it. Or they might draft your damn grandmama too, since your grandmama in her 20s these days. So who knows, man? We're just waiting, man. But hey, this is a blow to this place, man. But this guy trying to grow damn hair, he needs permission from the so-called white man. Didn't they just y'all just have a ceremony where these so-called white men beat the shit out of y'all, beat your culture out of you, and found all those mass graves of your damn children in there. Them damn Roman Catholic schools and shit. No respect for your ass, and then the Pope shows up, you giving him gifts when you should have told that clown to stay where the fuck he's at. Don't come here. I think it was the last of the cold crackers. Because if you're not familiar with the code crackers, pretty much, the Native American Indians came up with a code, where they could speak a language, that I forgot what the war was about, who was fighting who, but they helped the Americans win that war through that their Native American language. So they would pretty much write in code or speak in code that only they knew, and it helped them win that war. See, Esau, he'll use you when he can use you. I think the last one just died maybe about last month. He was like 107 years old. Old Native American Indian. Matter of fact, you know what? Let me see something. Indian code talkers were Native American soldiers who used their tribal languages to send secret messages during World War I and II. Their work was critical to the success of the U.S. military in some of the most important battles of the 20th century. But guess what they done to your ass after they used you? Put you on them nasty ass reservations. And that's the reason why the scripture says to never trust thine enemy, man. Let me get that real quick. You got people in the comment boards. But see, this is how these so-called white people think about you. This is why it's so important to stay the fuck away from them. Let them do their thing. Let them go ahead and get themselves destroyed. I wouldn't dare join this, man. No. Hell to the no. Ecclesiasticus 12:10. Never trust thine enemy. For like his iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. Though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed. What did he come through? We're going to do this for you, and we're going to do that. And yeah, we know we stole your land, but, we're going to make these treaties with you. We're going to set things right. Got your ass on a reservation 100 years later. They're treating you like shit. Though he humble himself and go crouching, Yet take good heed and beware of him, and thou shalt be unto him as if thou hast wiped a looking glass, and thou shalt know that his rust have not been altogether wiped away. See, he's going to eventually show those colors, man. He's going to eventually show you he's the damn devil. Verse 12, set him not by thee, lest when he hath overthrown thee, he stand up in thy place. Neither let him sit at thy right hand, lest he seek to take thy seat. And thou at the last remember my words and be pricked therewith. And I bet you them so-called Native American Indians, I bet they wish they had known this scripture or listened to this scripture. It says, set them not by thee. Here you go, you sitting down, showing them how to, your culture. You're showing them how to survive the winters. You're showing them how to plant food. You're showing them, and then as soon as they found out everything they need to find out from your ass, they gave you some smallpox blankets. Threw y'all asses on them goddamn reservations, man. And those are our people, man. You know what I'm saying? So you devils, you so-called white people, you have a lot to pay for, man. Y'all gonna pay for that shit. It is what it is. I mean, as stupid as this shit may be right here, hey, it is, we get it. Because Jake is, what's that scripture? It talks about our people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. Matter of fact, I'll end out with that. He doesn't know no better. He should, though. He has to know at least, if he came off one of them reservations. See, he's just, he's just being selfish overall. He's trying to do something for him, pretty much, this is the 21st century. All the other kids are doing it. Look at they driving nice cars. They're in nice homes, and they just pretty much overall just doing what, different than one of our people coming across the border, just trying to make a better life for himself. But shit, ain't no goddamn way I join that military. Especially not in these days and times. You out your damn mind because you going straight to the front line. That's exactly where they're going to send his ass. Straight to the front line. And they ain't going to need you to cold talk now because they already got that down to a science. Hosea 4:6. My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. Because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee. And thou shalt be no priest to me, seeing thou hast forgotten the law of thy God. I will also forget thy children. And this is what has happened to us as a people, man. See? This is ongoing from our forefathers, man. The Lord has forgotten our children, man. And here you go, our children are joining the militaries of their enemy, man. Going hardcore about it, too. I'm talking about super patriotic. Matter of fact, a lot more patriotic than these so-called white people that stole the country. I got the, what's that, the Fox News Live back in the backdrop on the TV right now. And, the J.D. Vance campaign, out in Las Vegas, bunch of shit going on. You got a rally in Atlanta. I see Trump, he's supposedly be speaking in Gastonia, North Carolina. So they coming down to the wire with this little, election shit. Hell, this guy might be right in the middle of a goddamn civil war while he's talking about growing his fucking hair out. Anyway, man, I'm going to end out with that. I pray that the lesson was edifying. Kwame Yashala and a Bible ball.